According to Michael Benson and TMZ Sports, Terrance Bud Crawford says that he will likely leave the sport of boxing soon and that there is not much for him to give. I think he's going to try to chase greatness and try to become undisputed at 154. And after he becomes undisputed at 154, I think he's going to lace the gloves up. Terrance Crawford quoted himself and said, "I want to retire from boxing. I don't want boxing to retire me." Meaning he wants to leave on a good note, kind of like Floyd Mayweather did. He doesn't want to leave getting beat really badly and having to force himself to retire like most fighters have had to do. Terrance Bud Crawford wants to leave out on top. I cannot blame Terrance Crawford for this. Boxing is a tough sport. A lot of people, as fans, we appreciate the watching aspect of it, but we don't understand the grind and the hard work and the effort that these boxers put in the gym every day. I mean, it's mentally tough, and that's why I don't think boxing athletes get enough credit every day, and they deserve full-on credit, and I'll be the first to give them the credit that they deserve. I respect boxers, and I appreciate what they bring to the table, and I'm always happy to see them go home to their families when it's all said and done and make the money that they deserve to make. That being said, it looks to me like we have 2, maybe 3 Terrance Crawford fights left before he hangs up the gloves, and I tried telling people that. So it's looking to me more and more so with him saying things like this. The Jaron Boots Ennis fight is going to be thrown out the window because with him chasing legacy, not names, I don't see Jaron Boots Ennis having any path to fight Terrance Crawford in the near future. I think he'll fight Tim Tszyu, and then he'll eventually fight Charlo or whoever he can fight at 154 to eventually become undisputed at 154. Once he does that, I think he'll lace him up, hang him up. In another boxing news, Shakur Stevenson continues to show that he is the hungriest fighter in boxing and that he wants to fight the best names and not duck opponents. He figures since Devin Haney is moving up to 140 that he wants to fight Vasily Lomachenko at 135 for the vacant titles. Lomachenko is on the bad side of 35, and he hasn't really spoken out on whether he wants to fight Shakur Stevenson yet. Shakur Stevenson says the best needs to fight the best, and he is basically calling out Lomachenko to make something happen. The ball is now in Lomachenko's court. Does he want to fight a young in his prime Shakur Stevenson coming off of a loss against Devin Haney, a controversial loss at that? Or does he want to take the higher route and pick up some wins? Because Lomachenko's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and when you're a fighter of his magnitude, you don't really want to leave like how Terrance Crawford is leaving out with a bang. Like Lomachenko, you don't want to leave out with losses on your resume. You might want to leave out with wins. So he might want to consider the Shakur Stevenson fight before jumping in. And if he didn't take it, there are other fighters, I think, in line, which are William Zepeda, Pitbull Cruz, and Frank Martin, that would be in line to fight Shakur Stevenson next if somehow Lomachenko declined the offer and didn't want to take the fight. Shakur Stevenson at this stage and age would probably stop Lomachenko late. If not stop him, he would just beat him up for 12 rounds. But that's a fight that I do want to see in the near future.